Hello again, everybody. Ryan Hyatt with you here, the Sharp Angle Syndicate Show, the Sharp Angle Show. Welcome to Week 1 college football. We finally got past 0 week. Me, I'm just Ryan Hyatt. We got a great group today. Obviously, Stevie from the Big Easy, where nothing comes easy. And of course, Smitty from the land of smoked hams and the home of the best bet that has been absolutely on fire. Guys, happy Friday night as we record this. We got some sweats going on literally live while we're doing this. But I want to compliment you guys and congratulate you. There are people that live for a month, like the Sharp Angle Syndicate just gave their subscribers. The final tally in August, 64 and 45, going into today, a 10 and 4 week working. That's Major League Baseball, NFL, college football. Congratulations, guys. Take a bow. Hell of a month. Hell of a month.
Thank you.
Look at y'all. I'm like, yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
That's what we do here. That's what
right.
we do. Yeah, that's what we do.
At an amazingly affordable rate, by the way. All right, so let's get going. We're going to look at some of the things we have on our docket coming up tomorrow in college football, maybe a little Major League Baseball as well, since Smitty's been on an absolute heater over the last couple of weeks on that. But we'll take it down to Nolans and go to Stevie first. And what are you looking at? We've got totals. We've got sides we like. What do we like in week 1? Because it's always interesting to see some of these lopsided non-conference matchups.
Well, there's a couple games that I just want to let our people know, to keep an eye on that, I'm going to get to those. But first thing I want to mention is tomorrow, I am going to release the biggest play of the weekend. It's a game, involving a total mismatch in returning talent. One team's returning just about everybody. The other team's returning hardly anybody. There's some coaching adjustments that were made, and I think it's really going to factor into a blowout victory for the team that I like. And, get on board, guys. I think this is going to be a good play tomorrow. So I just want to touch on that, first of all. And the next thing I wanted to touch on are 2 plays that I'm going to give out as freebies for our viewers that are watching this. One is I like North Texas. They're betting it. The lines moved down from 6.5. I see some 6s out there now. I think North Texas is going to be much improved this year. They did have some talent. Seth Vettrell wasn't a horrible coach. I mean, I was kind of surprised he got let go, but I do think that they improved in the hire that they made. They brought in this guy, Eric Morris from Incarnate Word. They run that fast system on offense. He's a brilliant offensive mind, and I think they're going to score a lot of points tomorrow on Cal. I mean, I don't know. I should say I think they're going to score enough points to cover the 6. I mean, Cal's been down for a while. They like to win close games. They play defense, and I just don't think it's going to be a path to a big double-digit win tomorrow coming into North Texas. I'm hearing the temperatures are going to be 100 degrees. It don't get 100 degrees in Berkeley, so no. I think Cal's they better pack a lunch for this game tomorrow. I think they're going to be in for a tough sled. And
I was going to jump in. I think folks need to pay attention to Eric Morris. He is out of that Mike Leach tree. He played receiver at Texas Tech for Mike Leach, honed his skills with Cliff Kingsbury. He was Kingsbury's offensive coordinator. He left Tech, bet on himself, took a huge pay cut to go to Incarnate Word, small school in San Antonio, no facilities, turn that thing into an offensive power, and then you see what he's doing today. So for folks who are looking for, a high-octane guy who's about as close to the Mike Leach tree as anybody, I would say him. Dana Holgerson still likes to do it when he can down there at Houston, even though he doesn't really have a quarterback that fits that system, in my opinion, in Donovan Smith this year. But that's who Eric Morris is for those people around the country who are wondering about his backstory. Sorry, there you go. I'm done.
All right. Good info, Ryan. I mean, look, that's solid info. I mean, and that's why I've always loved Mike Leach. I thought he was one of the most brilliant minds to ever coach college football. He basically ran a system that everybody thought wouldn't work. People said he wouldn't win in the SEC, and he was building a winner at Mississippi State before he died. And I mean, it was just a sad deal. I really liked the guy. I liked his personality. I liked everything about him. He was a character for sure. A hell of a football coach, and his coaching tree is doing great things, and I think they will continue to do great things.
What else you got? I know we were talking before we went on. You're kind of looking around the Big 12 at Baylor, it looks like.
Yeah, that's another spot. I think they play in Texas State. That's another guy that come from Incarnate Word, G.G. Kenny. He was a guy that was a quarterback at Tulsa, and I think he was on that stay. He was offensive coordinator at Incarnate. For those of you who don't know about Incarnate Word, they're the they play FCS, and nobody gets to watch them on TV. But I did pick them last year to beat Nevada outright, and they did just that because I knew they were a sleeping giant in that FCS. They scored a ton of points, and I think those guys are going to move on up into the FBS and score points. I think that's what they're going to do, and I think I like the over in that game. I think they're going to put up some. Texas State is going to be improved, and I think they're going to score some points on Baylor tomorrow. I think that game's a good over bet because I don't think they're going to be able to stop Baylor. So I look for a high scoring game there.
Yeah, and out here in Big 12 country, obviously, would pay attention to Baylor. And they have, since they appeared in the Big 12 title game 2 years ago against Oklahoma State and went to the Sugar Bowl that year against Ole Miss, they really have not reloaded completely on defensive talent. They were predicated on speed, not necessarily size. And I don't think that defense is quite as fast as they have been going back a couple of years. So we'll see what Dave Aranda's bunch does. But that's another reason why maybe you look at the over in that. I just don't know that they're quite there on defense. Any other things that they need to know about tonight, Stevie?
No, I mean, I'm going to release some plays tomorrow, some college football. I'm glad this football is back. Baseball is a roller coaster it's feast or famine, and
nobody is happier, by the way, that football is back than Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I had a roller coaster summer with the baseball. I was cold for a while, and then got hot, and then got cold again, and then got hot again. It's just. I mean, I know that happens in all sports, but it just seems like the swings are just much more extreme with baseball.
And this is where I'm going to jump in and congratulate you two again, slogging it out all summer long in baseball, every day, bringing picks. Not like some services that'll go, we really don't do a whole lot in baseball. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Give us money anyways. No, you guys are there for them every day. Sharp Angle Syndicate going through our first full year, the year-to-date total right now, starting this week, and we're up 10-4 going into tonight, 364, 321, and 9. That's a winning record in anybody's book. That's you two right there. So anybody who says you can't make a little money on baseball, you guys disproved it. So I know you're happy that football's over. Let's go up into the land of smoked hams, and everything he touches turns to gold. Just bring your child to Smitty Bucks right now. Let him lay hands. He'll become a millionaire. Can't lose.
You're being too kind tonight. Well, it was a good run here. It looks like it's going to end tonight.
Yeah.
Texas Rangers were up 1-0, and the bullpen came in, and it just doesn't look good. But hey, I hit 10 in a row. What can you do? I'm going to start it again tomorrow. I promise that. So we're going to go right back with Major League Baseball tomorrow. I'm going to try to find a winner and get it back on the site tomorrow and everything and continue this. And maybe I'll throw one college football game at you also on the site. But I do have a couple plays here. I just want to throw out here. I did jump on. I'm doing another podcast here with Matt Grissom. Matt Grissom's a really talented handicapper. He's been on VSiN. He's written articles for VSiN.
Yeah, big time up and comer. Pay attention to him.
Yeah, Matt's very talented. And then my partner in crime with Notebook Wagering, Q. He's been with Matt. They did great college baseball this past year. So I'm getting the opportunity to do a little bit of spots with them this year for college football and also college basketball. So I'm really excited. So we dropped our first show today. So I did throw a couple games. I have 4 right now I'm locked in on. So I'm just going to give them out. I mean, if you want to play them tomorrow, play them. If I come up with something else, I have a couple more leans that will probably go to this site if I give it out. But I'm going to give out some freebies really quick here. I like TCU tomorrow against Colorado. You got Deion Sanders. That's the big – everyone's, talking about him. I just don't know if that team has that. The offensive line, defensive line doesn't sound in great shape. Really a turnover there. If Sonny Dykes can really put the foot on his throat tomorrow and really blow him out, I think he will. Now, The big question is, can his kid, he threw over 3,000 yards. I think it was like 40 touchdowns, but that's at Jackson State. Can he really step up, and can he do it at this level? That's the question mark I see in this game. I know TCU's lost a lot of talent too. The kid that's quarterbacking was the starter last year, got hurt in this game. But I think I like Bryles as the offensive coordinator. I think they can put some points on Colorado tomorrow. So I like that. I'm going to go TCU minus 20.5. Another game I like Western Kentucky. You got the quarterback that I think he threw over 4,000 yards. Reed Corley, the wide receiver, caught over 100 balls. They play South Florida. Now, South Florida's coach is coming from Heupel. He was at UCF. He was at Tennessee. South Florida's going to try to speed it up a little bit on this. That could happen for some mistakes here. I like this Western Kentucky team. They can throw a lot of points on here. It's minus 11.5. I got it at. I like that game also. So that's my second game. My third game is I like UTSA against Houston Cougars. Tune is with the Cardinals now. And if you really look at that, he was the guy that was the quarterback, a lot of passing yards, but also could rush the football. I like Harris, the quarterback out of UTSA. I think overall, if you just look, they have a deeper team. I got it at -2. I think they're going to beat Houston Cougars tomorrow also. And then the Sunday night game, a really intriguing matchup. You got Florida State against LSU. These Sunday night games for like Labor Day has been really exciting. I think both teams are very, very talented. I like both quarterbacks. I like the head coach a little bit more with LSU. I'm not a Brian Kelly fan at all, but I think he is a good coach. I'm a Daniels fan, the quarterback. I liked him when he was at Arizona State. They lost a really tight game last year to Florida State. They came back, and then I think it was a block extra point. I think they circled this game. I think they get Florida State. I did the money line at -130. So those are my 4 plays so far I locked in this week. If I add anything, I'll get it out there. Just another little lean. Keep an eye on. I'm looking at Fresno State to maybe upset Purdue tomorrow. That's another one I kind of like.
Yeah, I hear Purdue's got a ton of injuries, key players. So I did play Fresno. I'll give that out as well because I wasn't going to release it, but I do have Fresno bet in a few spots.
Yeah, I like Fresno.
One other note on that Houston game, the Cougars are going to be wearing tribute uniforms to the old Houston Oilers, the 80s, early 90s look of the Oilers. So if the Cougars do get up big in the second half and Frank Reich comes in for UTSA, this game is probably over. Definitely in-game UTSA if you see anything like that. If I'm UTSA, I would come out wearing Buffalo Bills uniforms for this game. Just they could do it. They've got the orange and navy look going there. So who knows? We might see something fun.
I was a kid back in the 80s when they played that game. I think that was like in 89 or whatever. And
93.
That was,
90, yeah, 90,
oh, it was 93. Okay, it was 93. That was the most memorable NFL game I think I ever watched. I just thought that was the greatest thing when Buddy Ryan went to attack Gilbride on the sideline. I thought that was just some entertaining shit, man. I loved it. That was a great game. That was the greatest all-around game I think I ever watched.
Yeah. All right. Parting thoughts before we get out of here tonight.
No, man. I'm just happy football's back, and let's win some money. I think we got a good recipe for these couple early weeks, and then we'll just see what happens after the first 2 weeks. But I definitely like my angle. I've been pretty successful with my systems over the past few years. And I think I'm hoping it continues this year. Get on board, guys. I think we're going to make some money this year with football.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, you know what to do. You go to the website. If you're watching this, maybe you're seeing this for the first time, and you want to check it out, sharpanglesyndicate.com. We've got 3 great plans. Our 3-month plan is as affordable as anything in the industry. You throw in the promo code NBW20. Shout out Notebook Wagering, guys. You throw that promo code in, that's 20% off. If ownership finds out what marketing is doing here and how we're giving this stuff away, we're all probably going to be fired. But we'll deal with that for another day. All right, for Stevie, for Smitty Bucks, I'm Ryan Hyatt. We will see you guys soon with another Sharp Angle show.